And we're going to talk about the LGBT thing. We're going to talk about not even just that. Well, yeah, we'll stop there. We'll stop there. Let's keep on. Let's go. Let me add.
So here it is, the most unpopular opinion I'll ever do. I hope you guys duet and stitch and save or whatever you need to do to this, because it's going to get down fast. If I would have understood when I was younger that fighting for my rights as a lesbian would mean allowing children to drag shows, attaching child molesters to our community, and allowing children to change their sex before they even know what their favorite color is, I would have never done it. Never.
Y'all heard that,
gender,
right?
Definition has become a kind of convenient label for young people who may simply feel alienated, okay, culturally for many other reasons, okay? So that in the 1950s, they might have become a beatnik. In the 1960s, they might have become a hippie and taken mind-expanding drugs, okay? And so today, you're encouraged to think that your alienation is because you are not totally identifying with your particular inherited gender definition. So I'm very concerned about this. I think that a lot of it, I think that the collaboration of the bureaucratic machinery with it has to do with the assault on masculinity.
520, we got you on the big mic drop. Who we got?
Yes, sir. This is Mr. Zone 864 TV in the building.
Man, what's happening with your family? How you doing? How you doing? What's on your mind, fam?
What's going on, y'all? I'm gonna just keep it brief because I'm shaking and moving right now. But great show, great conversation, man. That opening, clip that you played, that was powerful. That was deep. And I think it's even more deeper when we hear it from the people that are in that community, because when people, such as myself, or even you or Noble, even Dirty Folks, anybody that's a heterosexual man who speaks on, what's going on, they want to try to hit us with the labels like, you're, the phobic labels and all of that kind of nonsense. And, you don't know what you're talking about because you're just trying to, put your masculinity into this, and you're a man. You don't understand what women go through, or you don't understand anything about femininity. So I think it's great that you did the research and that you was able to, dig that information up and have, have that lady say everything that she said, because she definitely went into great detail and great lengths of explaining, the mindset and, what is happening, within the culture. Both, I'm talking about both clips. The first clip, with the older lady talking about how she regretted fighting for her lesbian rights. And then that second clip where you had the doctor talking about, all of the social, construct that's going on within that society, and then being pushed outside to mainstream society. It's kind of hard to top, anything that she said, but I'll say this to answer your question: will sexual deviance be the downfall of America? And my thing about it is that, we've been in the downfall, for a while. I think the sexual deviance and the promotion of sexual promiscuity, and also the promotion of sexual deviance, is just another weapon that they're using to socially engineer and program the way that society is moving right now.
Facts.
So I think that America fell. You know, I got my nigga wake up call after Obama left office. He was the first president that I voted for, you know, and I watched and waited, you know, and I did what he told us to do, have hope, and yes, we can, and all of that BS, you know, and as a young man, when I saw that, you know, that really opened my eyes to this is how America got to the place that it is now, which is people believing a lot of this propaganda that's being pushed and they swallowing it like pills, you know, and it's being pushed every election cycle. It's being pushed in commercials, you know, and then we have something like the pandemic where they lock you in for months at a time and people are just watching TV and, you know, getting comfortable and, you know, getting out of the groove of life. And so they definitely, and then, you know, within that that's when BLM, you know, was at its peak,
right?
You know, with the George Floyd and everything. So I think that, you know, America has already fell. See, the thing about America, because I've been outside this country a few times, and the thing about America is it's hard for Americans to see where you are, because you can be in America and still live a pretty cushy life. Like, for instance, you know, if you go to Mexico, you go to certain parts of Mexico, you know, when you poor, I hate to say it this way, but, you know, your houses and your lodging is really shitty. Your plumbing is really shitty. Your roads are really shitty. See, here in America, you can be 1 or 2 months behind on your rent and you can still live in your luxury apartment. You can miss 1 or 2 car payments and still have your car. You know, you can be behind with your kids' private school or daycare and they can still be in school, you know, because you can make payment plans and stuff like that. And that's the problem with America, is that, you know, there's so much exception for the BS and so much tolerance for the BS that it's hard for you to actually see the BS when you're knee deep in the BS. And a lot of people in these other countries, they don't have the luxury of you know, how we have it here, because when shit hits the fan there, it really hits the fan like that same day, the next day, and they in it their whole life. And it's not like America where, you know, you can literally go from rags to riches tomorrow. And so, you know, just again to kind of harp on the question, you know, America has failed. You know, I think that the powers that be, they saw that it was only so far that they can go, you know, as far as being divisive politically. When Obama came in, from the transition from Bush to Obama and then Obama to Trump, I think they saw that, you know, this political divisiveness could only go so far. So that's why we're seeing such a massive push, you know, with all of this, you know, the gay BCs, and all of this stuff that they're trying to put in the cartoons. And
hey, this is strictly, you
know,
for kids, like, right here, man.
Just,
this is all for kids. This is, you know, and you got the cartoon characters that push this shit, that when the kids go to the little Disney World and shit now to see these gay ass cartoon characters, they ignore them. You notice that? They're punishing the children for the adults not embracing. You ain't peep that dynamic with the last things that have been going on over the week. But hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate you joining in. Feel free to stick with us, because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna jump into another video. Okay, I'm gonna jump into another video.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Steve, you stay on the line.
I'm back in the live chat because I'm on the move.
All right, man. Good to talk to you, fam.
All right.
Yo, we got us on 864.
Yes, sir.
Hey.